Hey Scorpio, thank you so much for tuning into the How Do I Feel About You reading. I hope everyone's well, happy and vibing high. How do they feel about you? So I'll start off by pulling a few cards to see who this message is for and who I'm connecting with today. Then it's over to them and all about them. How are they feeling? What are they thinking? What they're going to do about it. And I will draw a card for guidance for you as well. Hopefully we can get some messages for those of you that may be feeling challenged by this situation. You might be feeling attached, stuck, have an energy attachment or need to release and feel something go. Others of you may be feeling super excited about a potential love interest and taking things to the next level. So we'll see what the cards and the channeled messages have to say. If you're new to Soul Embers, hi, my name is Andrea. I hope you find a message in this reading helpful today and you choose to stick around for the journey. Everything you guys need to know about me and the channel, it's all in the description box below, as well as my contact details. For those of you that would like to reach out for a personal reading, I would absolutely love to do one for you. So feel free to reach out. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Actually, I want some of this. I do want some of this in your for your reading today, and I want some of this too. Where are they? Sorry guys, just give me a second. It just really helps me with it really helps engage in all the senses when I am channeling. Adding the right herbs and the right flowers to the candle. Anywho, okay, so Scorpio, who am I connecting with today and what is this about? Who needs to hear this? How do they feel about you, Scorpio? Who needs to hear this message? How can I be of service to Scorpio today? Let's have a look and see. Oh, that's too many. That's too many. Oh my gosh, bit all over the place at the moment, Scorpio. What is going on, guys? All right. Oh, what do you know? We've got 4. That's good. I'll take all 4. Okay. All right, Scorpio, here's what I'm getting. There's a lot of negative self-talk going on at the moment. All right, let me explain. When I say a lot of negative self-talk, sorry, the door just swung open. Give me the heebie-jeebs. Anyway, what I mean by a lot of negative self-talk is the one thing's for sure. You really want to ground things. You really want someone that is mature, that is able to hold a constructive conversation, be upfront and honest, and engage in conversation that is going to take a relationship somewhere. Someone that wants to grow in a relationship and to, you know, plant those seeds to grow those firm foundations, those firm roots, and to watch it basically manifest into something tangible. So we're talking about someone that's willing and understands that a relationship requires consistency, it requires effort, it requires a lot of communication, open communication, it requires collaboration and trying to come up with solutions, becoming resourceful with what you have. It requires patience and understanding, but it also requires someone that's really strong within themselves, that's able to manage their own time, manage their own emotions, manage, their own schedule and prioritize accordingly. We're talking about someone that has their shit together, someone that is mature enough to know that in a relationship, in order for it to work, it's not just about the love. It's not just about chemistry. It's not just about passion. It's not about those feelings that we get caught up in and they're all consuming. You can't uphold those for too long. There is a certain endorphins that get released that at the beginning of something new, and they generally last for about 18 months, they say. I won't go into detail with that. And then they start to ebb. What have you got left after that in order to sustain a growing relationship? That's what this is about. You're looking for someone that has that consistency and can maintain it and can bring equal effort to you as you want to bring to them. The thing is that what we're looking at is this scarcity of that energy. And this is what I mean by there is a little bit of negative self-talk. You may not necessarily having those thoughts within yourself, those negative thoughts about yourself. These may be about the lack of those energies being out there, those men or women being out there. You can't seem to find the someone that matches your vibration and your desire, your values and your morals when it comes to a relationship. And so there may be talk like, oh, it doesn't exist, I'm not able to find it, it's just maybe that's not for me. And so this scarcity mentality sets in and you've stopped trying. You've stopped believing in it. And when you stop believing in it, you somehow can sometimes compromise your own standards and just go with what's available. So you're waiting. It seems like even though you know what you want, you've put in a lot of hard work to develop yourself so that you can match the energy of this type of person you are trying to call in. You're waiting for someone to come and sweep you off your feet. You're waiting for the offers to come through. I have a feeling though that even though you've taken the steps that are necessary in the past, maybe you've risked and been vulnerable, opened yourself up to rejection, and things didn't go to plan, you're now kind of playing it safe. That's what I'm getting. And there is this element of needing to continue to uphold that vibration, that there is more of what you're looking for out there. Otherwise, you're not tuning into that frequency, and you're only going to call in the vibration of loss or lack or a scarcity that you're in. So we know that's the problem, that we have this mindset of it doesn't exist, it's not out there, it's not for me, maybe. We know what's missing. So that's the problem. That's the vibration of the problem. We need to step into the vibration of the solution, which is it does exist, and this is what I can bring to it, and this is what it feels like. It feels warm, it feels nurturing, it feels consistent, it feels safe, it feels, so setting out those intentions of what it feels like to be in that mindset. And what happens is you're in that frequency and you start to align with those that are in that frequency. Now, that's not to say that we don't have more rejection. I've always actually told my clients that I coach, and I always tell them, we will seek out rejection to a degree, because the more we become rejected, the more we exercise that aspect of ourselves that doesn't feel like we're at loss. we become more resilient, and it further defines who we are and strengthens us in our own value and helps us uphold our own morals, right? So you may feel vulnerable, a little bit exposed, a little bit raw because of all this rejection, and you're taking a back seat, but you still want the love. It's just not coming to you, and it won't, because we need to change that mindset. So these are the Scorpios that I'm connecting with at this moment. It seems like you could have been in a relationship, be in a relationship. This could have to do with the singles out there that are looking for someone new, regardless of the case. We're in this mentality of we're just gonna go with what we have. All right, let's pull out a couple of cards now and see what is this about. What is this person about? What do they feel? What are they thinking? What do they want? Here's what you don't know. They want the same thing. They really do want the same thing. They want to find their person, just like you want to find your person. They want to find that safety, that consistency, that nurturing environment. The person they can have fun with and celebrate life with, and their successes, just in a very happy environment. They're looking for, they've done a lot of their own work, just as you have. You're both mirroring each other in this area of what you desire. And they're very clear on what it looks like to be in this loving relationship. And they're assessing whether or not Scorpio, or they were assessing whether or not they wanted to further invest in this with you. And I believe it has to do with potentially a lack of belief. You may not have believed in their vision. You may not have believed in what in the whole concept that they were trying to bring together with you. This scarcity mentality really affected them to a degree. It almost seems like you couldn't see what it was. This is how they're feeling, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but this is how they're feeling from your energy. You had a vision of what you wanted them to bring, and what they were bringing was something else, but it was of equal value. It was just different. And where you thought there was a lack, there was just a difference of doing things. And so while you may have been trying to call in a specific type of energy or a specific type of environment with this person, they were also doing the same, and both of you weren't aligning. I feel that both of you are quite independent and work really well in taking care of yourselves. Like, you've done a lot of work, you've been through relationships, both of you have experienced and explored, and you know what has not worked for you. And so now that you know what hasn't worked, you know what you want, or at very least what you don't want, and both of you are trying to call in that energy. This person is the one that is assessing and wants to and feels that they need to take some kind of an action. I feel that, Scorpio, you may be taking a little bit of a back seat in the sense that this is, that's the type of energy that you want from your partner that we've already gone over. And you won't settle for anything until you receive that. There needs to be, I feel, an opening up to what beauty that relationship brings to you that you were in, or that situationship, or even if you've just met this person, what they can bring to you as you're getting to know each other, appreciating those differences and see how they can complement your life. And they need to do the same. You're both in that same energy. Just because it's different, it doesn't mean that it can't be successful, is what I'm getting. So let's have a look and see. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. We've got a matching pair here. So basically, we're talking about someone that has all the elements that you are looking for. All right, let me break this down for you. If this person has all the elements that you're looking for, that I mentioned earlier on, the consistency, the loyalty, the being able to hold a conversation and being a great conversationalist, understanding, having the patience. We're talking about someone that's really well put together. We're also talking about someone that is potentially in touch with their emotions. They're aligning with their thoughts. They have done a lot of inner work and they've experienced a lot in their life. This person is going to have boundaries in place to uphold those standards and their own values. They're also not going to be easily swayed, and they're not going to, it's a very masculine type of energy, regardless of whether or not they're male or they're female. It's a very, I'm in control, I'm the one that takes action in my life, and I'm the one that decides what comes into my life and what it looks like. It's a very boss-like mentality, okay? And that is the type of person you've been calling in. What you weren't expecting, though, was someone that was so set in their ways to a degree. And so while you try to soften this, it can't be softened, because we're talking about someone that knows what they want, can have those conversations, and just wants to be with someone that's going to bring happiness, fun, joy, celebration into their life, that can support their goals and their visions, and at the same time bring them that nurturing and loving environment where they can be themselves in their home, in their space. They are looking for that feminine polarity because they're very masculine in their approach. And so, yes, you're ready, you're waiting for it to come to you, you're waiting to receive it. You not being able to see what they can bring is what is making them question whether or not you match their energy, whether or not they're willing to further invest in this. Well, what they're thinking of is, could you potentially be their king or their queen? Could you nurture them? If you see them as lacking in ways because they don't match you in certain elements, how will you help them further cultivate themselves? How can it be a happy environment? How can it be a safe environment for them to feel comfortable and in control in? Because that's really important for them. How can you complement their masculinity? And the only way you can do that is by really embracing the feminine energy. And this is something that the polarities may be off. You may be trying to control the situation and control their actions towards you by the way you respond or retaliate. And what it makes them feel is that they're not in control. And that is where some adjustments need to be made. They definitely are keeping an eye on you. They're tossing this up. They're like, oh, I don't know. Do I want to pursue this? Do you want to keep going? How can we make this work? They want to make this work. You bring them a lot of those good qualities that they bring you. Like, you can both see it. The potential here is so extraordinary. It's just going to take two strong personalities to really start to find ways to work together to complement each other's strengths, rather than trying to break those strengths down so we feel safer. It's happening on both ends. Okay, I want to see what action they're going to take, Scorpio. Oh, I love this. I absolutely love this. So they go backwards and forwards. So I just want to put this out there. If you find that this person is inconsistent in some ways, it's because they go back and forward. So they go back and forward internally. They're not sketchy, let's say. They're not dodgy. They just internally, they go backwards and forwards between whether you're going to be able to reciprocate with them, or whether and where they want to further invest. Thing is that they are willing to put in the work. They're willing to pursue. They're willing to move forward. They're willing to embrace. They feel that you can bring this happiness, this emotional fulfillment, this celebration. But it's almost like we need to kind of adjust our approaches here so that they can understand your love language and see it for what it truly is, and you can understand theirs. There's an element of trust. But it's so gorgeous the way they go between. Can they reciprocate? Will I be able to reciprocate? Do I really want to further invest in this? Do I really want to keep on growing this? You know, is it going to bring me, what is it going to reap what I've sown? You know, I've done all the work for so long. I've put in the effort, and I'm just waiting to see whether my ships are going to come in with my Scorpio. But you know what? I'm willing to pursue this. We've gone from the 6 to the 7 to the 8. I'm willing to put in the effort. I'm really ready to match that energy, because my Scorpio brings me a lot of happiness. They bring me a lot of fulfillment. I can see that we are going to have a very happy life together. This could be my match. So this is perfect. This is absolutely beautiful. There are just some teething problems here. That's what I'm feeling. So, you know, Scorpio, what I'm getting here is it's just about mindset with you. I mean, I'm doing a reading for you. I'm sure there are areas that they need to work on as well. But as far as your energy goes, I think it's a mindset problem, from switching from that scarcity of what they don't have to switching to how they can bring love to you in a different way. What is it that you're not seeing here about them that is so beautiful? It's about changing your focus, you know, so we can go into that frequency of receiving their love. So, what message does Spirit have for you? Love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. Wow. So I'm going to hold that up so you can have a look at it. And how beautiful is that? Is there a reason why you feel you need to control this? Is there an element of self-sabotage here that you can't see? It's almost like when we're used to experiencing loss, we find we're in that vibration. We can't see the love that's surrounding us. We really need to tune into it and be able to see it by embracing it. by embracing love that will help heal your past hurt and provide you that sense of security and self-worth. So while you may be blocking, they're trying to penetrate through that to show you ways that this could work. But they're afraid that you're not able to see what they're able to bring to the table. And allowing them to take control, Scorpio, and allowing them to show you in their way how they can love you, even though it's different, could mean that you release outdated beliefs about love, release outdated beliefs about yourself, and gain a complete new perspective on what love looks like. So their blessings are on the way for you. Now, I'll also read the definition from the book. Love makes a difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. Love is strong and can endure anything. If you trust love, when there are challenges, it is important to keep your heart open. Healthy boundaries are an essential aspect of creating trust in a relationship. You should be able to give freely from your heart to your partner's heart. Your partner in turn should be able to share, knowing you will treasure this mutual respect. Use kindness as a rudder in relationships to keep communication and feelings on course. Kindness is the value that allows both parties to feel understood and nurtured. It validates loving interactions. Keep kindness at the forefront of difficult conversations to keep contempt and anger in check. A young woman plays a record through a morning glory speaker to call to her love while she travels on a turbulent ocean. She daydreams of lovers riding in a boat on placid water. Think about what you want in your life. Love will help to set things right. Remember, relationships need work to keep them strong. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to hold that card up for you again. So it really does seem like, when they come at you, they are trying to have the conversations with you, and they're great conversationalists, which is something that you really try to call in because communication is key, right? You may feel that you can express yourself, but I feel that they may trigger things in you that cause you to shut down conversation, and therefore they're not able to express themselves openly and show you the depth of their love because you're not ready to receive it. And if you don't open up to it, you won't be able to hurt those past wounds and those boundaries that you have in place, which are definitely essential to maintain your self-worth, but maybe they're a little bit. We still need to allow love to filter through, to know what's good and nurturing for our soul and help us move forward in our love life. All right, Scorpio, I hope you found that helpful. Please do comment below. I love reading your comments. I read all of them. Thank you for those beautiful messages you leave for me. I feel so blessed and honored and so lucky to be part of such a beautiful community. Your comments help me better connect with your energy, and I use that for future readings. So please do continue commenting and let me know if this reading resonates and if it helps. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Bye.